Hello, everyone. Today we are taking a closer look at 5 surprising truths about ethical non-monogamy. Hello, my name is Rosie Kay. I'm an open relationship coach and swinger lifestyle expert. And if you have landed here on my channel, it's probably because you also have an interest or curiosity about the world of ethical non-monogamy, open relationships, or swinging. Maybe you're a single person who's curious and wondering whether you can get involved, or maybe you're a couple who have maybe had a few conversations about swinging or opening things up, and maybe you're just wanting to find out a little bit more, or maybe you're already an established person in the lifestyle, a couple or a single person, and you're just looking to kind of hear more about the lifestyle that you love. So, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a topic that often gets misunderstood and sensationalized. Ethical non-monogamy. If you've heard whispers or you've seen stereotypes, get ready because today we are going to uncover 5 surprising truths about EN and that might change your perspective. Now, I myself have been exploring these dynamics for years, both in my own life as a swinger and also by working with both couples and singles who are on their own journeys in ethical non-monogamy. I work as a coach. I am a writer. I'm a podcaster. I make a lot of like coaching material and guides and workshops and things like that. So the world of swinging, especially, is something which I know an awful lot about. But as you can well imagine, because I am quite prolific on social media, I have lots of different channels. I also hear so many misconceptions from people as to like what they think it's all about. So today we're talking about 5 surprising truths about ethical non-monogamy and maybe putting a few of those misconceptions and myths to bed. So if you're curious about what the world of ethical non-monogamy truly looks like behind the headlines, this video is for you. So number one, surprise number one, is that it's less about the sex and more about the connection. This is something which a lot of people um, are very surprised about. It's something which I think some people are sometimes a little bit disappointed about, but it's so much more than just sex. It's so much more than just kind of like being intimate with other people. It's so much more than simply, ripping your clothes off and getting down to it. Yes, of course, those things are all part of the lifestyle. That's what, one reason why we get involved, but it takes more than simply the physical acts, essentially. The couples and singles who thrive in ethical non-monogamy are master communicators. They have openness, honesty, and they are really, really good at being active listeners. They don't simply turn up to a swingers club, take their clothes off, and get down to it with whoever's there. They understand that it takes time to build up connections. Sometimes they go to events and they simply talk to other people and they, engage with them and they build that connection and they then start to grow things very slowly with them. They don't simply turn up with that pure intention of getting down to it. Yes, of course, some people do go with a more physical intention than others, but very often they don't actually succeed or they don't get as far as they would like because people prioritize connection and communication and spending time talking to one another and having that understanding of what they're all about. They discuss the rules, the boundaries, the limits, their likes, their dislikes, and they get to know them as a person. Some people do find this very frustrating, but if you find it frustrating, essentially the swinger lifestyle or ethical non-monogamy is not for you. Number two, surprise. Number two is that jealousy doesn't magically disappear and it can be a powerful teacher. People often write to me, saying that Are you jealousy free, or is it possible to be jealousy free? No, I don't believe it is. Jealousy is a normal human emotion, but learning to navigate jealousy, to understand where it stems from, and communicating about it constructively can lead to incredible personal growth and stronger relationships. Once upon a time, many years ago, I sat there and I said I could never go to a swingers club because I would be too jealous. I used to be a hugely jealous person. I'm gonna say, a nightmare partner. I was so jealous about every interaction my partner had with other people. But from then, I learned how to manage it, how to use jealousy, how to um, use it and turn it into a positive experience. So instead of being hugely jealous when you see somebody else with different physical attributes to you or somebody who you feel threatened by, instead go up to them and say, you know what? I absolutely love what you're wearing, or your figure's amazing, or whatever it is that's making you feel insecure, go and talk to that person about it and bring it out to the forefront and talk about it and normalize it. And soon you'll realize that they don't view it in the same way. And jealousy is something which we all have. We can't never, be completely jealousy free, because I believe that it's not something you can just kind of like wipe off yourself. It's not something that you can kind of like cut out of yourself, because I think somewhere it always remains. It's just about understanding those triggers, and it's about looking a little bit deeper and looking at yourself and going, actually, it's not the actions of somebody else, it's my response to those actions. It's not that somebody else is talking to my partner, it's the fact that I myself feel hugely insecure, and it's about looking at yourself and growing and overcoming your own challenges. Does that make sense? I hope so. Surprise number three, boundaries are sexy. People often presume, especially single people, they presume that they don't need boundaries. I hear this and I say, if you believe that you don't have any boundaries, or there's no rules, whatever, then again, the world of ethical non-monogamy is not for you. Boundaries are sexy. Clearly defined boundaries are not restrictive. They create trust and safety and a deeper understanding for everyone involved. Knowing what's okay and what's not allows for freedom and fun. And very often, when single men come to me for coaching work, and they want my guidance and my advice, and they say they don't have any boundaries, they'll do anything in a swingers club, or they're up for anything, I point out a few acts um, which they may not necessarily enjoy that could happen to them, and they suddenly have developed lots of different boundaries, and they realize how important it is. I said, because unless you have these boundaries, you are opening yourself up for all kinds of involvement, and somebody could very well take that as this guy will do anything. So, without being too explicit, I think you all know what I'm talking about, um, especially women who like to do that to guys. If you come to me and you say you have no boundaries, all right. But that's why boundaries are so important. You need to establish what you are and are not okay with, fellas, all right? Number four, the vanilla relationship skills get a serious upgrade. This is a surprise that so many couples have. Things like empathy, compromise, and prioritizing your partner's feelings become even more crucial when navigating the world of ethical non-monogamy. Essentially, it's like relationship boot camp, but with a lot of rewards. People are so surprised when they open up their relationship, they actually become closer as a couple, because they start communicating more from a place of vulnerability. If you've read any of my work, if you've watched any of my videos, maybe you've read my guides, you will know how important vulnerability is within relationships. It is the bedrock. It is the thing which is the most useful tool. I'm not going to talk about it too much right now, because I could go on for hours about vulnerability in relationships. I love talking about it. But it's like it is like the glue, essentially. It's the tool that we have that we can harness, and we can grow from that space. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but yeah. Surprise number five is that the community is often incredibly supportive and a lot more diverse than you may have first imagined. Forget the stereotypes, okay? Swinging is not simply for older married couples living in suburbia with pampas grass outside their houses. It's not. It's not how it is, all right, guys? I've met some incredibly open-minded, kind, and supportive people in the ENM and swinging world, both single people and couples, gay couples, bisexual couples, heterosexual couples, all different races, religions, People from all different backgrounds enjoy E&M. So sometimes it's good to realize this. And when you step into a club, you will find there are so many different members of that community because swinger clubs provide a safe space for people who do not feel like they belong in the normal club scene, if you like. It's a beautiful tapestry of all different types of experiences and perspectives. If you're hungry for more, if you've enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching. But if you're hungry for more and you'd like to find out my personal stories, personal experiences, my in-depth guides, my podcast, my video, you can find all of that and a thriving community over in my TKG Club, where I talk about, as I touched on earlier, uh, the way I like to get down, things that I like to do, and experiences that I like to have, and kind of what shaped me and what's kind of brought me to the conclusions that I've formed. Come and join us over in the TKG Club, where there's a thriving community of people, all like-minded and all on their own ENM journeys. You can do that by hitting that link. All the links are below in the description for this video. Come and join me at ThisKindaGirl.co.uk and click on Join TKG Club. And I shall see you over there. Thank you very much for watching. It has been a delight to be here today.